I finally made up my mind. I know what I'm going to do.
Well, you've got my attention.
Well, I didn't go to Paris for fun, Dale. I thought about you and the transplant the whole time. It never left my mind for 5 straight minutes. Lainey and I sat up every night analyzing the pros and cons. She took me to a world-famous clinic outside Versailles, and we talked to a head of renal medicine there. He talked to us for hours. We brought him pages of questions. He gave us all kinds of literature. I'm telling you all of this to let you know that I didn't come by my decision lightly. I searched my heart. I really did. I gave it all I got. I'm so sorry to disappoint you, but I can't give you a kidney. My answer is no. This is the toughest decision that I've ever had to make, and the worst news I've ever had to give anybody. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You deserve to know what went on in my mind when I was trying to decide. I mean, that is, if you're interested.
Yeah, I am.
Well, first of all, I want you to know that this was my decision and nobody else's, all right? Tad did not pressure me. He told me what he thought, and then he just let up. But the one thing that he couldn't do was hide how afraid he was. I mean, it was always there. I could see it. That's one of the reasons that I went away to Paris, was to get away from that fear. From Tad's, from yours, from Uncle Palmer's, Opal's, mine. Lainey, on the other hand, is real calm, you know. She never panics about anything. Except when I got off the plane, I don't know, I found this Parisian instead of my sister. I mean, she was Lainey, all right, but she dresses differently, she talks differently. She took me to this little cafe outside the Rue de Saint-Germain, and there's this place where this awful mime imitates the passersby, and I thought this whole thing was ridiculous and obnoxious, and Lainey's laughing, you know, saying, oh, très amusant, right? Well, here I am, you know, jet-lagged with this awful decision hanging over my head, and the light hit her hair in a funny way. And she reached up to kind of brush it out of her eyes. It was a little flick of the wrist. It was the same thing that my mama used to do. And that's when it hit me. I know you. I know you. You're not a stranger. You're my sister. You're related to me. And then she started talking about this silly dress that we both wore. It was this red polka dot number that we wore to the country club. It made us look like a circus act. And we started laughing and talking, and till the tears were just coming down our cheeks. And I reached to take her hand, and instead I ended up hugging her within an inch of my life. She asked me what was wrong. I just, the more she asked me, the more I just started to ache inside. I would do anything for Lainey. I would give up my heart. I would give up a kidney. I would give up anything. Because no matter how French she gets, she'll always be my little sister. You know, when that bond is there, you know it. And when it's not, there's just no point in faking it.
And it's not there with me.
I'm so sorry. But way down deep, where it counts, you just don't feel like my brother.
So you look at Lainey and see your mama, and you look at me and see the man who abandoned you.
Oh, I wish it were that simple, but it's not.
Bottom line is, you don't have family feelings for me. I get it. I don't like it much, but I understand it. It's a funny thing, though. The way that you feel about your little sister, that's the way that I've come to feel about you.
Well, maybe that's because you've never come to know the real thing.
How could be? I didn't help things by lying to you 9 weeks from Sunday.
Look, I can't blame you for this. That wouldn't be honest or fair. I've spent days going over every conversation that we've had, all the good stuff and all the bad stuff. There just aren't any answers there. There's just no make or break moment. There was no last straw. It just wasn't that easy.
And still, I mean, I made a lot of mistakes.
And so did Will. Your mistakes are nothing compared to his. He lied, he hurt people, and he got a kick out of it. He turned a little girl into a drunk, and then he tried to rape her. I mean, Will was a nightmare. But I would do anything. I would give up a kidney. I would give up anything in order to bring him back to this earth. Even knowing that I couldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
Maybe if we had grown up together.
No, I didn't grow up with Lainey. I mean, we got together late in life. And, you know, it just took a couple of months for the sister thing to kick in.
Lainey seems like a real nice girl. I mean, I'm not exactly
No, Del, this isn't about you. I don't want you to think that, okay? It's not about who you are, or what you did, or what you didn't do. Yes, I hated the lies, but you did save Tad's life, and that's a major thing.
Well, that obviously wasn't enough.
It's not like it's a board game, okay? Where you win a certain number of points, and then you become a full sibling. That's not how it works. I don't know how it works. I wish I did, but I don't. I wanted to have the feeling, Del. I waited for it to come. I searched my soul thinking that maybe it had snuck in there somewhere while I wasn't looking, but I just don't have it for you, Del.
Maybe if I wasn't sick, you know, if you didn't have this kidney transplant hanging over your head, or, you know, Luke, giving up a kidney's a scary thing. Maybe you froze up.
No, I can't blame it on the operation, really. On that fear, I can't use that as an out. The doctor, the specialist that we saw, he told me that the surgery is 99% safe. I mean, that's safer than having a baby, especially for me with my high blood pressure problems. The point is, Dr. Lucerne said that I would have to choose between giving you a kidney and my husband's baby. And I know it is selfish. I mean, it is selfish. But Tad's baby went out. I know this must be painful to hear. I'm not trying to be cruel. There was a time that I would have given up anything for any stranger who needed it. I mean, I was a real pushover for a hard luck story, no matter where it came from. Other people first, me second. I wish I knew where that came from. You know, I never felt like I had the right to say no to anybody. They say that, you know, when kids are abandoned by a parent, that they secretly think that it's their fault, that they take the blame. I guess maybe I did feel like if I had been good enough, my daddy would have stuck around. Maybe I gave away more than I had, trying to prove how worthy I was. Or maybe I thought that I just wasn't good enough, that I just didn't deserve as much as other people. But either way, I don't have to prove anything anymore. Del, I just am who I am. I'm not a saint. I'm just a person. I don't have to rip out my heart to prove that I am worth loving. And I don't have to give up my dreams for a man that I don't love.
You asked for an answer. You got it. Now will you back off? I'm not going to push you to change your mind. Everything that you said makes sense. I'm nothing to you. A stranger from nowhere with his hand out asking for more than he rates. But thanks for taking the time to think it over. I mean it. Most folks wouldn't have done that. And you're right. You have nothing to prove. You're a fine lady. You and Ted, be happy. You hear? You've waited a long time for that family.
Del, you take care of yourself, okay?
I'll do my best.
Dixie, you know something? I didn't think it was possible for me to love you any more than I already did. I was wrong.
You're relieved.
What I am is astonished. Bowled over in awe. You're not the girl I fell in love with anymore. You are definitely a woman that I don't have to worry about protecting. Perfectly obvious you can take care of yourself. And me and this family and half of Pine Valley if you so chose. You're still my angel, but you're nobody's fool. You're an incredible lady, and I'm the luckiest man on earth.
What's the matter?
Halloween.
What's wrong with Halloween? You're gonna go as Karate Man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds good. What's Jamie gonna be?
An owl.
Well, that sounds great.
Yeah, sounds like a very wise choice. I'm sure they have owl costumes somewhere. Somewhere.
Karate men and owls don't go together. Do not.
No, wait a minute. Just a second. Now, who says they can't go together? I mean, Karate Man and an owl side by side, they'd be strong and wise. Seems like an unbeatable combination. Absolutely unbeatable. Right? Come here.
A purple owl.
Purple owl? A purple owl? Come here, Squirt. Okay, fine. You can be a purple owl. Don't you worry about a thing. Halloween is going to be terrific. So is Thanksgiving. Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, Labor Day.